Hello. Hey there. How are you, Mari? How are you, Kevin? How are you, Karen? Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher.
Hello, Marcela. Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, Camila. How are you?
Fine, and you, teacher?
I'm doing okay, thanks.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Did you have a nice morning? How was your morning?
Hi, teacher.
Hello. How are you? So tell me, how was your morning?
It was good.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right, guys. So let's get right into business. Okay, and let's continue with what we were doing yesterday. So, as you remember, yesterday we did this reading. We read this article, which is actually an advice column. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, and it was Stella's answer to Paul's problem, right? To Paul's question. Paul was asking for advice, right? Paul was asking for advice. So now, what I'd like you to do is this, okay? Make a screen capture. Make a screen capture of this text that we have here, okay? Or let me do it myself. Okay, but anyway, make a screen capture of this. We already read this yesterday, remember? This is something we already read yesterday, but let's read it again in order to answer a few questions, okay? See if this works quickly. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hello, everybody. So please, yeah, make a screen capture of the text so that you can have access to it. Let me see if I can. Well, my, web WhatsApp is taking a long time. Sometimes that happens. Let me just go straight ahead and do it for you here. Just a second. All right, let me see if I can get a good picture of this. All right, I guess that'll do. So I put it on the WhatsApp group, all right, for you to see. I just took a picture of the text so that you can access it. And now let's answer the questions that we have here, okay? We have these questions below. So yesterday we saw some interesting vocabulary in this text, right? Remember, we saw apologize, which was disculparse. Remember that? We saw apology, which was disculpa. Very similar, of course. So apology would be the noun, disculpa, and apologize would be the verb, disculparse, right? We also saw blackmail around, which was chantajear. Blame, which was culpar, right? So some interesting words in there. There was another one around, there was smooth. Smooth is suavizar para el caso, no? Smooth can be liso, terso, like a surface, right? Like, for example, if you have a polished surface or glass or something like that, that is usually a smooth surface. Lo opuesto de áspero para el caso, no? It's not coarse, it's smooth. Anyway, was there any other piece of vocabulary here? I don't think so, right? I think those were the big questions. Yeah, I think that was it. A two-way conversation, as your classmate pointed out, was like literalmente una conversación de dos vías, ¿no? O sea, que ocurre recíprocamente, mutuamente, ¿no? All right, very good. And avoid. Oh, this was an interesting one. Avoid. Evitar. Remember that? Avoid. Okay, so now, having that in mind, let's answer these questions, okay? So read the advice column. Find the words in italics in the text, okay? Match the definitions with the words. Now, because of the way this is expressed, first of all, what is the meaning of italics? What is the meaning of italics? Do you know what is the meaning of italics? No? Well, that is cursiva. Yes. So you know the kind of letter. Remember, bold son las negritas. In italics, la cursiva, no? Las letritas inclinadas. So when you have these letters with an inclination, then they are italics, okay? So find the words in italics in the text, match the definitions to the words. Now, because of the way it's written, you might be trying to find some italics in the text, right? But you don't have any words in italics in the text. You have some words in italics here, like short fuse, sabotage, heartfelt, blackmail. We already saw what blackmail is, and forgive. So these are the words in italics, right? But these words are in the text. So in the text, you have to find those words that are here in italics and then like sort of infer the meaning. Hasta tratar de inferir, de deducir el significado, all right? Even though I already told you one of them, ya les dije que era blackmail, but anyway. So, and then match this with the definitions that you have here on the right. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. So I already told you what blackmail is, but actually for the rest, I'm not supposed to tell you. You are supposed to find it out. Se supone que ustedes lo averigüen, lo deduzcan, all right? You're supposed to infer this. So just in case, remember I put the text on the WhatsApp group so that you can see it fully. And that's going to help you with this because otherwise you couldn't see the beginning and the questions at the same time. All right? Okay, guys. So let's check some of your answers. Okay, let's begin with the easiest ones. Let's begin with the easiest ones. In number two, what? Let's begin with number two. Okay, what did you put in number two for sabotage? Come on, guys. What did you write in there?
Destroying something to get an advantage.
The letter D.
Very good. That's right. D. Excellent. So the act of destroying something to get an advantage. What is the meaning of advantage? Ventaja. That's right. Very good. Exactly. So just like in Spanish, sabotage, sabotaje, no hay más. All right. Very good. So as I told you, this was it's closer to Spanish. So that's what I considered it to be an easy one. This is not a false friend. This is a real friend. Okay. It is what it seems to be. Okay. Now, what do you have in number 5 in forgive? What do you have in number 5? Forgive.
Decide
not to be angry. C.
Yes. I'm sorry. Not this one. Yes. Forgive. Correct. Decide not to be angry at someone. That's right. Very easy, right? How do you say forgive in Spanish?
Perdonar.
That's right. Very good. So you just needed to know it, right? Very good. Very good. Excellent. So now let's go with the ones that might be a little bit more, a little bit trickier, a little bit more difficult. Okay. So blackmail. Blackmail. I already told you yesterday what was the meaning of blackmail. Okay. But what did you put in blackmail?
Letter A.
All right. Yes. Exactly. So it would be A, correct. The act of demanding something from someone in exchange for a benefit, right? El acto de exigir algo de alguien a cambio de un beneficio. En otras palabras, chantajear. Remember, how do you say chantajear in English? How do you say chantajear in English?
Blackmail.
Blackmail.
Blackmail. So now you know. All right, very good. Now that was the thing. Now let's go with the ones that might be a little bit more challenging. What is the meaning of, or I'm sorry, not what is the meaning, but what letter did you put in short fuse?
B.
E.
Violent temper. B.
Quick or violent temper. That's right. Very good, very good. So what is a short fuse? Well, it's an expression that they use in English to refer to somebody who is like this, right? Fuse is la mecha, por ejemplo, la mecha de un cañón o la mecha de un taco de dinamita, ¿no es cierto? Que va a estallar, ¿no es cierto? Y si es corta, pues va a demorar menos en estallar. Esa es la idea, ¿no? Por eso short fuse. And this is a term that it's often used in English to refer to somebody who is like that, quick or violent in temper, right? En español a veces suelen decir es fosforito, ese man es fósforo. So it's something like that. You see, it's kind of similar. All right, very good. Now, and what do you have in heartfelt?
E.
E.
E, of course, very sincere. Very sincere. So, how do you say corazón in English?
Heart.
Heart. That's right, heart. Very good. How do you say sentir in English?
Feel.
Feel. That's right. And what is the participle of feel?
Felt.
Felt. So, heartfelt. If you want to translate this literally, what is the meaning of heartfelt? Literally.
Sentir de corazón.
Por ahí va, con sentido del corazón, sentido con el corazón, ¿no? Right? So that is the reason why heartfelt means like very sincere, very honest, very heartfelt. Okay? So for example, they send me they send me an email, but I noticed that it was very heartfelt. También puede ser a veces como conmovedor o emotivo porque es muy, muy sincero, ¿no es cierto? It was very heartfelt. Okay, very good, very good. Now, let's do the following exercise, okay? Now let's do this exercise. Again, based on the reading, you have to reread it. So check true, false, or not given for each statement. What is the meaning of not given? What is the meaning of not given?
No dice. No nos dan.
Exactamente, no lo dicen en la lectura, ¿no? Literalmente sería no dado, que no está dado, pues, ¿no es cierto? No nos lo dan en la lectura, right? No tenemos esa información. All right, so let's do that. So true, false, or not given. Let's do this exercise now. Remember that I took a picture of the text and it's on the WhatsApp group, okay? In case you want to recheck it, all right? So please go to the WhatsApp group and you can read it there again, okay? And now I'm going to ask you individually, okay? I'm going to ask you individually to give me the answers, okay? So please pay attention to everything, all right? Okay, guys. So I'm gonna ask you individually, okay? So please, just the person that I am asking to, okay? So I don't know, let's see. Marcela, what do you have in number 1?
False, no, true.
Okay, let's see.
Mistakenly, I don't know how to say this word.
Oh, yeah.
Es como intencionalmente o algo así.
Intentionally, yeah, well, that's right. However, yeah, in this case, it was, yeah. Actually, they don't say, right? They don't tell us if they were friends from high school, I'm sorry, from childhood or not. So in this case, actually the correct answer would be not given, you see? Just because they didn't tell us, right? So that would be the thing. But thank you, Marcela. Thanks. So yeah, the first one would be not given, okay? The first one is not given. Now let's see. Karen, what do you have in number 2?
It's true.
It is true. That's right. Paul mistakenly deleted some of Carl's work. That's right. What is the meaning of delete?
Borrado.
That's right. That's right. Very good. So you even have the key delete. So Paul mistakenly deleted some of Carl's work. Noten, en este caso sí le hago sonar a la E porque delete, el último sonido es T, ¿no? Entonces ahí sí tengo que hacer sonar la E del E. Paul mistakenly deleted some of Carl's work. Yeah, that was true. That is what it said on the text, right? Now, let's see. Junior, what do you have in number 3?
False.
Let's see. Exactly, false. Yeah, that wasn't the case, right? He was very upset, actually. That's right. Now, let's see. Sully, what do you have in number 4? Stella thinks Paul could have improved the situation at the time.
No.
Probably. Actually, in this case, well, yeah, this was a kind of difficult one. This was a little bit difficult, so it's true because let's go back to the reading for a moment. So Stella thinks Paul could have improved the situation at the time. Entonces Stella piensa que Paul pudo haber, ¿no es cierto?, mejorado la situación en ese momento, ¿no es cierto? Sí. Entonces eso sería como el pasado, como lo que hemos estudiado, que ustedes grabaron en el video y que escribieron, ¿no es cierto? So, sure, si regresamos, a ver, vamos a ver, les muestro el párrafo. All right, let's go back for a second. Let's see, it's a little bit slow. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, sure, if you'd apologize better at the time, this is like saying if you had apologized better at the time, and if you had offered to help him recover his work, it might have smoothed things over, right? Entonces, en esta parte de aquí donde dice, ¿sí? Seguro, si tú te hubieras disculpado mejor en ese momento y si le hubieras ofrecido ayudarte, perdón, si le hubieras ofrecido ayudarle a recuperar su trabajo, podría haber suavizado las cosas, podría haber, por ende, sí. Entonces, en realidad, sí era verdadera esta la número 4, ¿no? Que en realidad Stella thinks Paul could have improved the situation at the time if he had apologized better and if he had offered his help to recover the work, right? So actually, yeah, number 4 was true, but this was a tricky one. This was a tricky one. So thank you, Zuli. All right, just check the chat for a second. Okay, thank you, Marcela. Thank you, Marcela. All right. All right, now let's see. Number 5. Let's see who can help me with Tatiana. What do you have in number 5, Tatiana? Tatiana, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
All right. What do you have in number 5?
Maybe it's true.
Okay. So Stella thinks that both friends need to apologize. Let's take a check. Actually, yeah. She didn't mention something so much like that. She just said that he might need to apologize, but this was also a little bit tricky. So actually, they don't really say, Stella doesn't really say if they should both apologize. Más se está centrando Stella en lo que debería hacer Paul, ¿no es cierto? Sí. Right. But actually, yeah, it was a little bit difficult, this one, right? Okay. Now, let's see, number 6. Thank you, Tatiana. Let's see, number 6. Kevin.
Okay, teacher.
Kevin, what do you have in number 6? Are you there, Kevin? What do you have in number 6?
Teacher,
Can you repeat that, Kevin? What do you have in number 6? True, false, or not given?
false, false, false.
Actually, yeah, this one would be false because Estela thinks even an insincere apology is helpful, right? Entonces, Estela piensa que incluso una disculpa no sincera, no insincere, ayuda. Pero en realidad, más bien lo que nos decía Estela era lo siguiente, ¿no? Si retrocedemos un poquito. So, let me see. Let me see. So what should you do now? Do you see in this paragraph? What should you do now? First, ask yourself if an apology is necessary, okay? Pregúntate si una disculpa es necesaria, ¿no es cierto? If you don't feel you did anything wrong, si tú no sientes que hayas hecho nada malo, it wouldn't mean very much. No significaría mucho, ¿verdad? An apology has to be sincere and heartfelt to be effective. Una disculpa tiene que ser muy sincera para ser efectiva. Entonces, no, en realidad no nos dice que incluso una que no sea sincera sea ayudable, sino, digamos, sea de ayuda, sea útil, sino más bien lo contrario, ¿no es cierto? So this one would be false. All right, very good. Now, thank you, Kevin. Okay, now number 7. What do you have in number 7, Jennifer? Jennifer Montalesa, what do you have in number 7?
It's true.
All right, so Carl's behavior shows that he is not very forgiving. And yeah, that is true, of course, right? He's not very forgiving. No, la palabra forgiving es un poco difícil de traducir. Tal vez compasivo podría ser, pero es alguien que disculpa, que perdona con facilidad, ¿no? So thank you very much, Jennifer. That's right, you're right. That was true. So yeah, Carlos, and what is the meaning of behavior for everybody? What is the meaning of behavior?
Comportamiento.
Yes, that's right. Very good. So, Carl's behavior shows that he is not very forgiving. Él no perdona muy fácilmente, ¿no es cierto? So, yeah, that's right. Very good. That was true. Now, let's go with number 8. Stella says, noten la pronunciación. Notice the pronunciation of this. If it doesn't have the S, this would be say, right? Say what they said. Di lo que dijeron, ¿no? Don't say that. No digas eso, right? But if I add the S, pero si pongo la S para la tercera persona del singular, para he, she, it, o por ejemplo para Stella, pues ahí la pronunciación cambia. Ya no, esto no se pronuncia says, sino se pronuncia says, sin I, ¿no? Entonces, sin la S, say, pero con la S, no says, sino says. All right? Don't forget that. So, Stella says that Paul and Carl's friendship is over. Let's see. Esteban, what do you have in number 8? What do you think about number 8? True, false, or not given?
False.
Mm-hmm. Actually, well, es lo que podríamos pensar, ¿no es cierto? Es lo que uno podría pensar, dada la forma como Estela se expresa, ¿no es cierto? That's what you might believe. Because but this was a little bit tricky. Este sí estaba un poquito complicado, ¿no? O sea, claro, no nos dice explícitamente en ninguna parte, ¿no es cierto? Pero tampoco nos dice que la amistad vaya a continuar de ley. No, entonces, por ese lado, claro, nos pone not given como la respuesta del libro. Pero también es verdad, y saliéndome un poco del libro, también sí es cierto que Estela está como que dándole un montón de consejos para que la amistad resurja, pues, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, tal vez por ese lado, claro, pensar en true sí sería no del todo equivocado, ¿sí? All right? But this was a little bit tricky. Este estaba un poquito difícil. Right, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, good, guys. That was the thing. All right, now, so don't forget some key vocabulary that we have learned recently. I'm sorry. Let's go back to let's go back to here. Yeah, all right, let's go there. But now, don't forget, we have learned some interesting vocabulary recently. So, for example, what is the meaning of regret? What is the meaning of regret?
Arrepentimiento.
Arrepentimiento, that's right, very good. What is the meaning of apology? Disculpa. Very good. Disculpa, very good. And what is the meaning of apologize? Apologize. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Disculparse, that's right. So yeah, this one is a noun. Sí. En realidad, apologize, sí, claro, disculparse o pedir disculpas, ¿no? Correct, that's right. Disculparse, pedir disculpas. Me disculpo, te pido disculpas, que viene a ser prácticamente lo mismo, ¿no? Right, very good, very good. So don't forget something. Apology, disculpa, this is a noun. What is the meaning of noun? What's the meaning of noun?
Sustantivo.
Yes, correct. Es un sustantivo. It's una, remember, sustantivos, personas, animales o cosas. Así no sean cosas físicas, visibles, ¿no? Pero el amor es una cosa, el odio también es una cosa. Amar es un verbo, odiar es un verbo también, ¿no es cierto? Amoroso es un adjetivo, odioso es un adjetivo, ¿sí? Pero la palabra amor es un sustantivo. Entonces, no olviden, los sustantivos pueden ser más abstractos también, no físicos, no directamente tangibles. Entonces, asimismo, una disculpa es un sustantivo. And apologize, this one is a verb. Disculparse es la acción. So, don't forget that. Some interesting words that we have learned recently. And very useful, by the way. Very useful. Okay, good. Now, let's watch a video now. Okay, we're gonna see a video, so please pay attention to it because I might ask you some questions about it. All right, so let's take a look at this video that I want to show you. Just a second here. Okay, now let me see just if I'm sharing the audio. Okay, very good. Question here. So, are you seeing the YouTube website right now?
Yes, teacher.
All right. And
Yes.
what is the meaning of this title? Keep failing and you will succeed. What is the meaning of that? Keep failing and you will succeed. What is that?
Sigue fallando y tendrás éxito.
Yes, very good, excellent. Sigue fallando, ¿sí? Keep como mantenerse haciendo algo, ¿no? Entonces sigue fallando, mantente fallando, and you will succeed, y tendrás éxito. So what does this mean? Don't quit. Significa no renuncies. Like what I've said to you in classes and everything. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. You need to make mistakes. Be afraid of not doing, all right? No tengan miedo de cometer errores, tengan miedo de no hacer o de renunciar fácilmente. All right, very good. So let's hear this video, all right? But yeah, a key word here is this one. Succeed es tener éxito, ¿no es cierto? Don't forget this. If you say success, éxito. I would like you to write this down. Me gustaría que escriban esto, ¿sí? I would like you to take note of this. Write this down. Success, éxito. Successful, exitoso. So this would be a noun. This would be an adjective, right? And succeed, tener éxito. Or triunfar, if you will. So this would be a verb. Okay, this is a verb. So please write this down. Write this down. Take note of these words: success, successful, and succeed. Probably you knew them already, but these subtle differences do make an important difference, right? And maybe you didn't know them at all, but now you know them, okay? So please write them down. Take note of them. All right. Did you take notes? Can I erase this?
Yes, teacher.
All right, very good. Well, I can erase it later as well because I can put it over here, and let's watch the video, okay? But don't forget, keep failing and you will succeed. Sigue fallando y tendrás éxito. Serás exitoso. All right, let's hear.
You're here right now at this moment because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding, you have a vision, you have a dream. Congratulations. You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing. He would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product. There would be no iPhone. So ask yourself this: do you want to be a person who fears failure, or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one?
So, since I am sharing this with Zoom, there is a little bit of a lag. Hay una demora, ¿no es cierto? But they mentioned, imagine Michael Jordan being afraid of failing. Imagínense si Michael Jordan hubiese tenido miedo de fallar. He would have never taken a shot. Nunca hubiera hecho un lanzamiento. Shot puede ser disparo también, ¿no es cierto? But for example, in this case, he would have never taken a shot. Nunca hubiera intentado un lanzamiento, ¿no? Would have never taken, ¿no es cierto? All right, very good. Si Steve Jobs hubiera tenido miedo de fracasar, if Steve Jobs had been afraid of, if he had been afraid of failing, he wouldn't have sold any products. So third conditional there, nunca hubiera vendido ningún producto, okay? Let's continue watching.
You're gonna have to pick today. And I'll tell you one thing. One is a failure and one is a success. And if you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They're gonna talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal. Want to know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. You'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. You want to talk about numbers? Take a look around you and take a good look around you. Are you like 99% of the people around you? If you are, then you're in the wrong video, my friend. You have to love success just as much because that's what's going to allow you to get up and go for it. Being scared to fail won't do anything. In fact, when you love success and you start going for it, guess what happens? You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times. But that's okay. Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't permanent. You get right back up and keep going. And this time, you're gonna be stronger, wiser, and you'll be more driven than ever. And for every 10 failures, you'll land one success. You have to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once. That's how a winner does it. I want to explain the biggest myth that most people think leads them to success. And here's the myth. You might believe if you're scared to fail, you won't fail. Lies. Biggest myth ever. And I believed it. You see, I always thought that being scared to fail in life would literally keep me from failing. I would look at the losers around me and I would say, sheesh, I never want to turn out like him. I really believed this train of thought would help me succeed. Until one day, I was walking down the street and I saw an old man. Had a hat, suspenders, and a cane. Was about 80 years old. This old man was barely walking. He could walk, but the cane helped a lot. He was struggling. So anyway, he was walking across the street and he ended up falling. So I went over to go help him. And he gets up, says thank you, and we introduced ourselves. Had a little conversation. Told me his name and I told him mine. His name was Robert, by the way. And right as he walked away, I told him, this is what I said. Robert, you should stay inside where it's safe, my friend. And Robert turns around and says to me, I love walking. And I love walking way more than I'm afraid of falling. So I asked him, well, what about your safety? Don't you want to live? And he told me this. These are the exact words he said. He said this. Solo, living means doing what you love to do. And if I have to fall here and there to do what I want to do in life, then so be it. And he just walked away. Never saw him again. That was it. But that statement really had me thinking, and it had me thinking hard, because I learned something that day. That's when I realized the true key to success. You see, I always thought if I could just fear the act of failing, and if I fear it like crazy, I will succeed. Because I thought the fear would magically motivate me to get out there and start taking action. But after that day, I realized something. I realized it's the love for success that will lead me to succeeding. So just imagine if Robert feared falling. Would he even start walking? Of course not. He wouldn't even do what he loved to do. He would sit at home and take no type of action. But he loved walking. Wasn't even scared to fall. It gave him life. That's what allowed him to get up and do it. He loved walking so much, he was willing to fall 10 times a day just to do it. And you have to be the same. So the next time someone tells you, you're gonna fail, you know what you tell them? Tell them they're right. But you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to jump. You're gonna fail 10 times, but you know what? It's cool. Because on the 11th time, you'll succeed. Oh, you'll succeed, all right. And it'll feel good. And while you're over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness, guess where they're gonna be? That's right. They'll be failures, the real failures. Over there where it's safe, scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it?
Okay, guys. All right. So the reason why I showed you this video is, well, first of all, because I think the message is interesting, right? The message is interesting, but also because there's some interesting vocabulary here. So remember things like succeed, achieve. That is what the next unit that we have to study is all about. All right? That is what the unit is all about. So let me go back and share the screen again. And yeah, let's take a look at this. So what is the meaning of this title, of the title of this unit? Keys to success. What is the meaning of that? Keys to success.
Claves para el éxito.
Para ser exitoso.
Para el
Yes,
éxito.
exactly. Las claves del éxito, claves para el éxito. Correct, very good. And like you said, very good. Key, what is another meaning of key?
Llave.
Llave, exactly. Correct. But actually, it comes from Latin, viene de latín, ¿no? And clave in Latin means llave. Clave en latín significa llave. Y en realidad en español tenemos las dos palabras separadas, pero también una clave es algo que nos permite abrir más metafóricamente, digamos, las puertas de algo. Por eso tiene mucha relación con llave. En latín es la misma palabra, clave. And in English, also the same word, key. La misma palabra, key, right? Okay, very good. So keys to success, llaves, o para el caso, claves, las claves del éxito. Very good, very good. So let's take a look at this for a moment, okay? How some major companies got their names. This is some interesting reading. This is some interesting reading. So do you know, first of all, where does the name Nike come from? Does anybody know where does the name Nike come from? Maybe you know the story. Not sure? Well, here it is. So Nike, y noten otra cosa, casi todo el mundo pronuncia, que está aprendiendo inglés sobre todo, pronuncia Nike. Y eso es muy entendible porque normalmente así pronunciaríamos una palabra en inglés. Si tengo una palabra que tengo ese patrón y consonante E al final, pues suena así. Por ejemplo, how do you say gustar in English? How do you say gustar? Like.
Like.
Ajá. ¿Cómo se pronuncia en inglés el nombre que es M-I-K-E?
Mike.
Mike, right? So usually that's the case. Normalmente ese es el caso y por ende pensaríamos que esto debería pronunciarse Nike. Pero en realidad la pronunciación de esta palabra en concreto es Nike. Es porque viene de la diosa griega Nike. So, as you can see here, the company got its name from the ancient Greek goddess, la diosa griega, the Greek goddess of victory. So it was the goddess of victory. Por eso se llama la marca así, no es un nombre tan arbitrario, ¿no? So actually, but remember, the correct pronunciation of this one is not just Nike, but Nike. All right, very good. Now, did you know that? Did anybody know that story?
Yes.
Oh, you knew the story. Nice, nice. All right. Okay, now, does anybody know why is Google called Google? Does anybody know that? Why is Google called Google? Or is it just a random name o es solo un nombre al azar? You don't know? Well, let me show you a little bit of something, all right? Let me, I don't know. Let me put it over here. So, for example, let's suppose, so you have 1 with a 0. What number is this? Tell me, what number is this? 10. What happens if you have 1 with 2 zeros? What number is that?
100.
Yes, 100. 1 with 3 zeros. What number is that?
1,000.
1,000. That's right.
Most people don't reach their dream, not because of failure.
Let me close this up.
Most people don't live their dream.
All right, good. So now, 1 with 4 zeros. What number is that? What is 1 with 4 zeros? Come on, guys.
Nice.
Actually, one with 4 zeros would be, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. What number is that? That is 10,000. Yes, 10,000. And remember something, in English, we use commas for thousands, okay? In Spanish, we use dots, we use we use points. En español usamos punto para los miles, ¿no? But in English, we use commas for thousands, okay? Very good. And like that, what is 1 with 5 zeros? What is 1 with 5 zeros?
100,000.
100,000, perfect. Okay, very good. Now, imagine this number, 1 and 700 zeros. Imagine that number, 1 con 700 ceros. ¿Se imaginan lo grande que es? Si de 3 ceros a un cero pasamos de 1000 a 10, si apenas con 5 ceros ya tengo 100,000, ¿cuántas veces más grande es 100,000 que 1, por ejemplo? No, apenas con 5 ceros, ¿no es cierto? Imagínense lo grande que es. Imagine how big is 1 and 700 zeros, right? Something like this. Who knows how many, right? A bunch of zeros. Imagínense eso, ¿no? 1,000,000 es 1 con 6 ceros. Imagínense si un 1 con 6 ceros es cuánto más grande que un 1 con 3 ceros. Imagínense la cantidad de la que estamos hablando con un 1 con 700 ceros, right? Not even gonna write 100 zeros, 700 zeros here. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. So imagine, now, try to think about it. Do you have any idea what is the name of this number, 1 and 700 zeros? Does anybody know the name of this number with 1 and 700 zeros?
No.
This is called Google. Like this. This is a Google, okay? 1 and 700 zeros, okay? 1 and 700 zeros, this is a Google, okay? So it's 1, 700 zeros. However, you see the spelling is a little bit different from the Google we know, right? The spelling is a little bit different. Okay, so this is the thing. The people who made Google, the company, and also this fantastic algorithm for a search engine, que hicieron este algoritmo fabuloso para el motor de búsqueda, ¿no es cierto? Because before Google, we had other search engines, teníamos otros motores de búsqueda antes de Google, pero no se comparaban. Si ustedes no escribían con un montón de precisión, o mejor dicho, la búsqueda les daba solo con la precisión de lo que ustedes buscaban, ¿no? Si no estaba igualito como ustedes lo escribieron en la página, pues el buscador no lo encontraba. Así era el Internet de hace mucho tiempo. Estoy hablando de fines de los 90, principios de los 2000, ¿no? Right? So then you had this new search engine. However, they wanted to call their website www.google.com. But guess what happened? This name was already taken. Este nombre ya estaba tomado, ¿sí? Este nombre ya era del dominio de otra página, de otra empresa. This name was already taken. So what they did was they liked the name so much, les gustaba tanto el nombre, that they changed it in a way in which in English the pronunciation is still very similar, right? Le cambiaron de forma que la pronunciación en inglés de ambas cosas es casi la misma, pues no. Google. ¿Notan alguna diferencia? Do you notice a difference? So that is the reason why this search engine is called that. Why Google? Because they are trying to convey the fact, tratan de expresar el hecho that they handle massive amounts of information, right? Manejan cantidades inmensas de información, pues con Google. So that is the idea. Esa era la idea. That's the reason for the name. Did you know that story? Did anybody know that story? I guess not, right? Well, now you know, because who doesn't use Google here? ¿Quién no usa Google? Perdón. Aquí, en realidad no es un 1 con 100 ceros, es un 1 con 700, al menos. En otro lado y en otra lectura que yo había visto, decían un 1 con 700 ceros. Aquí en el libro dice 1 con 100 ceros. Habría que ver, tal vez yo estoy equivocado con los 700, pero yo recordaba eso de otro lado donde leí, ¿sí? But anyway, so Google comes from the Google, which is the math term for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros, right? Okay, now let's see this one. Facebook. The name was taken from the term from a list of students' names and photos found at American universities. Have you ever seen a movie called Social Network? Have you seen a movie called Social Network? Well, that movie is about Facebook. That movie is about Facebook. So probably if you've seen it, you know the story maybe. But yeah, the story was that Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, he was a Harvard student. So first he created these as a website that would put the Harvard students' faces, their pictures, and compare them. And people could rate them. Y la gente podía votar and classify them y clasificarlos if they were hot or not. Si es que eran guapos o guapas o no, ¿no es cierto? Which was very controversial, era bastante controversial, especially because he didn't ask the permission of the people to do it. No pidió permiso, ¿no? So that was the birth of Facebook. So literalmente, ¿cómo dirían Facebook en español? How do you say Facebook in Spanish?
Facebook.
Yeah, but if you translate it to Spanish, how do you say that?
Cara el libro.
Cara el libro. Something like that, right? Something like that. Just keep something in mind. Keep something in mind. Noten que en inglés cambiamos, es como orange juice, ¿no? Cambiamos el orden, ¿no? What is orange juice? Jugo de naranja, ¿no es cierto? Entonces en español pongo primero jugo, en inglés pongo primero naranja, orange juice. Entonces noten, en inglés también Facebook sería como decir libro de caras. ¿Sí? Es un libro de caras, un libro donde tengo un compendio de rostros. Y los perfiles de Facebook originalmente siempre se manejaron así, ¿no es cierto? Y si lo analizamos, pues Facebook es un montón de páginas con la información de gente, de amigos y demás, ¿no es cierto? Right? So that is the reason why it was called Facebook. That is the reason why it was called Facebook. So the name was taken from the term from a list with students' names and photos found at American universities, specifically Harvard. Creo que después de Harvard se expandió también a Princeton y a otros lados y después ya perdió tanta exclusividad y se volvió un fenómeno mundial, right? Okay, now let's just take a look at one more. So Samsung. In Korean, Sam means 3 and Sung means star. So the name means 3 stars. El nombre Samsung, que tanto usamos, ¿no? Samsung, it's actually Korean and it means 3 stars, all right? It represents the idea that the company should be everlasting, like stars in the sky. Representa la idea de que la compañía debería ser everlasting. Do you know what is the meaning of everlasting?
Como eterno, duradero.
Exactly. That's right. Everlasting. That's right. Very good. Eterno, muy duradero. Very good. So the company should be everlasting like stars in the sky. Aquí en Occidente, si pensamos en 3 estrellas, pensamos en un cierto estándar de calidad. Pero en coreano, si piensan en 3 estrellas, es como un representativo de las estrellas. 3 estrellas es como que evoca a todas las estrellas. So that is the reason why the name is Samsung. All right, guys. So that was it for today. Don't forget this vocabulary, okay? So, again, how do you say in English, tener éxito, triunfar?
Successful.
Por ahí va. Son 3 palabras parecidas, ¿no? We have success, successful, and succeed. So, how do you say éxito? How do you say éxito? Success. How do you say exitoso? How do you say exitoso? Successful. Very good. Like she's very successful. And how do you say tener éxito, triunfar? Succeed. Very good. Succeed. Double E D. So 3 similar words, but not the same word. Okay, guys, that's it for today. No homework today.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for your attention. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. You're welcome. Goodbye, guys. Have a nice afternoon.